Oh my gosh, it's been a couple of weeks and it has just been really crazy. I think with COVID and that all kind of, getting over, we have really been enjoying some time with the boys and out and about. So I apologize I haven't been here in a couple of weeks, but I am so excited to be back, and I have a really fun fold with a little flap. So it was just a really kind of fun, clever birthday card for you that I can't hardly wait to share. So I am just going to say hi. Hi, Denise. Happy Fun Friday. Welcome, everybody. And Tammy, Valerie. I just want to start by saying thank you to my crew. I couldn't do this without the love and support of my crew being here for me. Megan and Amanda and Priscilla and Robin, of course, my husband and my boys. So thank you all so much for being here and helping me do this on Friday night. So I'm truly grateful for that. And of course, thank you all for being here with me as well. It wouldn't be any fun doing this by myself. So thank you for joining me. All right, so I'm excited. This is one of the cards. Yeah, I've got three, but this is one of the fun cards we're gonna make tonight. So it is kind of a fun fold, right? Super easy. And it's got a really clever little flap here. And I'm excited to show you how I created it. And I've got two other designs using different stamp sets. So we're gonna have a lot of fun creating today. Hi, Marcia. I'm so glad that you were able to join us today. And Judy. Gen X twins. Yes, Miss Kelly. Do you see my necklace? My best friend is in here as well, Miss Kelly. And she's with Linkit Creations, and she made me this beautiful jewelry that I have on. So I just wanted to give her a little shout out. And I think Amanda can pop a link in there to see some of her jewelry. Absolutely stunning. She was here with me a weekend or so ago, and we had so much fun in here. She was helping me create, and we came up with my first project for the Creative 8 retreat. Yes, I'm super excited. So save the date. August 14th is our next Creative 8 retreat, and we're going to start selling registrations on July 1st. And of course, I do recommend that you purchase your registration, sooner than later, because we're going to have challenges in there, and we're going to post fun things for you to do in there. And of course, there'll be participation prizes. Try to say that a couple times. Participation prizes. So that's a lot of fun too. All right. So I am going to say hi to everybody. Hey, Pat. Thanks for being in here, and Betty. And I see a lot of my team members in here. So Blooms and Butterflies, thank you for being here. I'm grateful for y'all. And we had a lot of fun was it last weekend that we did our team event? And that was a super fun day. We had a crafting day with lots of, with like 2 or 3 different, 2 bundles and a stamp set. So it was just really a lot of fun. And I just appreciate y'all joining me for that day too. Okay, I'm excited. Without further ado, let's get started on our first card tonight. So here we go. I want to show you this card first. This is a beautiful card from one of my customers, and Sharon just did a lovely job on this card. And after I received it, I thought, you know what? This is adorable, and I want to recreate it. So I wasn't sure exactly what it was called, but it is definitely a fun fold. It's got a clever little flap. And, I'm excited to show you exactly how she made it. And so I did it a couple different ways. And like I said, I have got a couple different stamp sets here to show you. So I think that you could really have fun creating with this at home. So I'm going to show you a couple different ideas and how you can create this card. So I'm going to go ahead and grab out some of my materials. Now, how many of you have the Pansy Patch bundle? This bundle is fabulous. I had not had the opportunity to play with it until I started working with it just the other day. And I fell in love with it, and I started creating a bunch of different things with it, but I'm going to show you the fun fold tonight. And so I'll have to show you the other cards another time. So hi Marie, thanks for popping in here. And so I have got Blackberry Bliss. And so what I love about this bundle is that you can create your own beautiful pansy with the stamps, but then you can also create it with just die cutting and sponging and doing some beautiful things. or you can die cut your pansy out of the designer series paper. So it's quite fabulous, really, and it's going to give you endless possibilities. It's just fantastic. So I'm going to go ahead and move all of this aside and show you how I created my card. So now I did go ahead and I did a bit of legwork because I wanted to show you a few cards that I created. So I did just did a bit of the legwork. And so I've got to pull out my pieces here. All right. So what you're going to do is you're going to need your cutting board. That's right. You're going to need your cutting board. So make sure you pull that in. And here is what we're going to do. You need to cut your piece of paper at 5.5 by 8.5. Okay. Then you're going to score it right here at 4.25. So I'm going to just make sure that you can see me okay. And you're going to score it right here at 4.25. So then what I like to do is just go ahead and prep that score line. So that way you can see, okay, I've got my card base. Then open it back up and you're going to put it back in your cutting board and you're going to cut this piece off at 1.25. That's right, 1.25. So now don't throw this piece away. This is actually your flap. So you don't want to throw that piece away. All right, so here is the front of your card. And what I would do is, so in each of my cards, my flap is a different size for each one. It's actually 1.25, but I actually kind of snip some of it off for some of them, but I'll show you as we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and score the end of my flap at 1 inch. So now I have my little flap. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside and show you exactly how I put my card together. So now we've also got this beautiful, beautiful Pansy Patch Designer Series paper. So I'm going to pull this in and show it to you just really quickly. The designs are fantastic. I love them because you can go with a solid, right? Not necessarily a solid, but more of a tight pattern, or of course the stripes. But then if you flip it over, you have all of these beautiful flowers on the other side. Absolutely stunning, 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 stunning. And so one thing that I like about this designer series paper is, you've got these dies. Our dies actually die cut out the leaves, right? And this little scrunchy one is for this leaf here. So you can die cut the leaves, which I think is quite brilliant. And then, of course, look at the pansies. Oh my goodness gracious alive, those are beautiful. And so here is this, gosh, look at that one, the Blackberry Bliss. Wow, so pretty, right? And so the nice thing is these dies actually die cut out your pansies. So if you're not wanting to go through, die cutting and putting your own pansy together or stamping, well, maybe you just die cut it out of your designer paper and create your pansy that way. So that's kind of a fun option for you. So this paper is just lovely, and I'm excited to kind of show you how I created with it today. All right, so what I decided to do is I am going to use this fabulous striped pattern. Oh my goodness, I love it. And so it is, what is it, Evening Evergreen, Soft Succulent, and I believe there's some sea foam in there. So nice. So I've got some liquid adhesive, and I'm just going to add my little panel here to the front. Okay, super simple. There you go. We've got that on there. So now I have my flap. All right, so I'm going to add a bit of liquid adhesive to my flap here. Now I use liquid adhesive. Of course, you can use what works best for you. And I am going to put that right here. And so that it's more flush. You want it to be flush to the edge of your card. And so I'm going to put that right here. Now, as you can see, it's a little long, which is fine. We can snip it off. That's not a big deal at all. I would prefer it to be longer than to be too short, right? So I would prefer it to be a way bit longer than not long enough. All right, so soft sea foam. And what we're going to do is I am going to tear my soft sea foam, And I'm going to tear that towards me. Hi, Tammy. Hi, Sandy. Hi, Vancy. Thanks for coming in here with me tonight. Hi, Jill. So glad everyone is with me. I have missed y'all so much. And it is just so good to see everybody in here with me. Thank you for joining me tonight. All right, so we're going to put some liquid adhesive behind our soft seafoam. And I thought it would be kind of nice to kind of have a pop of color with that. So I added my soft succulent underneath there. Now, as I look at the card that was sent to me, she did a beautiful job adding the embossing here in the back. So I thought, okay, I love this accented piece right here. So I thought, okay, I want to create that somehow and do some different things with it. So first off, we're going to do the seafoam and the soft succulent. So I'm going to put my liquid adhesive right behind here. And I'm going to add that right here to the side of my card. And now notice, I want to make sure that I do have a little bit of an edge, right? The little bit of the border. It looks quite nice to have that. And of course, I have that on my front panel too, so that would look a little awkward if I pushed it all the way up to the top. So that's, you don't want to do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and move into our pansy. Now what I did is I actually started to kind of work on my squares already, or my rectangles. I have evening evergreen, I have my soft succulent, and my sea foam. And then I have a piece of basic white, and I also have die cut some beautiful pansies like I showed you earlier. And I die cut those right out of the designer series paper that coordinates with this bundle. So I was actually kind of looking at some of the other colors, and I thought, I wonder if I should just go for the yellow one, the bumblebee one, since I've already done the purple or the lavender. So I think that sounds like a good idea. We might just need to switch it up because we can do that, right? All right, so I'm just gonna look over and say hi. Hi, Arlene. I'm so glad that you're here. Okay, so let's see here. I gotta pull out my pansy stamp set, and this just is such a beautiful set. I love these fonts. So nice. So we're gonna go with happy birthday. Oh, look at that. Oh, do you guys see all those goodies in there? Yes, this is what I do. I should put them in plastic, so it's like good, but it's also like, oh, those are loose. So I started cutting out some of these things as I was playing and creating some other cards for you. And so I just kind of tuck them back in here until I'm ready to start creating with them again. And then when I open them up, it's like, oh, look at all those beauties in there, right? So pretty cool. I absolutely loved creating with this set. And I wasn't sure how well I was gonna like it. And then I started messing with it. Now, and I love pansies. Pansies and me, we get along pretty well. I can keep those alive throughout the summer. But other plants, not so much. But pansies, those are nice. So this is a Blackberry Bliss stamp pad. Happy birthday. I'm gonna ink that up in Blackberry Bliss. And I'm gonna stamp it right about there. Oh, that's just beautiful font, really nice. Really nice. Okay, so I'm gonna close my stamp pad. Perfect. And now what we're gonna do is we're gonna start putting it together. So what I'm gonna do first here is I am going to probably kind of place it to where I would like it. And I like to have some leaves flat and some leaves raised up because I feel like that adds a bit of dimension. So I think that the lighter soft succulent will be flat. And I think I'm gonna raise, I'm gonna do Stampin' Dimensionals behind that one. And then of course I have this beautiful pansy right here. And I think this one is gonna kind of tuck in here, and I don't mind it sort of hanging off. So I think that's my plan. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna add a bit of liquid adhesive behind my small pansy because I already know that I think I want it right, actually that guy's upside down. I think I want it right about here. Yep, that looks good to me. All right, so then I've got my Stampin' Dimensionals right here. And I'm gonna add some Stampin' Dimensionals behind my pansy. And let's see, it says, don't worry, Brandy, I have enough green thumb for both of us. Oh my gosh, let me just tell you, I struggle with my plants. Grandpa Dave has to come over and help me sometimes too, and I am grateful for him and all of his attention to helping keep my ferns alive. Yeah, I just love having the ferns out on the porch. Oh, they're just so beautiful. Okay, alrighty, so now I have my soft succulent leaf down, and I'm just gonna add a dimensional or two maybe behind, not 3, but 2, right behind here. And I am gonna add that right under my pansy. Not to worry here. We're gonna get it in there. Actually, that's why I put my dimensionals towards the middle of the flower. That way I would be able to work around it. Now I did mention that I was gonna do the bumblebee flower, and I totally did not do that. But that's okay. That is okay. I can kind of show you what that would look like. So I hope that you play with it though, and I hope that you use some of the other colors. So pretty, so pretty. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and add that to the top. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Don't you guys love that? Oh, wow. And then when you add it to the top, it's like, wow, so nice. So, you know, this flap that I was telling you about is a little bit long. And you know, I am actually not wanting this piece over here. So I'm just gonna go ahead and snip off a little bit. You're not gonna see that flap, and I'll show you why. And so we're gonna go ahead and center it on there. That looks pretty good. And so I'm gonna take my liquid adhesive and just put some right in this area. Now, really important, you don't want any sploogies to get onto your card, so just be mindful of, if you use liquid adhesive, that you don't kind of, you know, get too much where it's gonna like squirt out the ends or whatnot, right? Yeah, not good. No, that would be called cards stuck together. That would not be a fabulous fold. So here you go. So then you open it up and now you see this. And so the reason I told you not to worry about that is because I actually cut another piece. And I did that on purpose so that I could cover it just like that. So that way, you know, you don't see this in here, right? And you know, the other nice thing that I didn't do that with these cards, but if you wanted to, you could almost have a hidden message on this side, right? You could cut another piece of basic white and you could center it in here and you could write your message on it or potentially stamp another fun message in here. So that's kind of a neat, you know, kind of a neat idea as well. So here, let's pull these on here and just have a look. Oh my gosh, who has this pansy set and has been using it? Oh, it's just so lovely, so pretty. So now I'm gonna have to do those after our video tonight. I'm gonna have to put together the bumblebee one. It's so beautiful. I love it. So nice. And of course, you know, the other colored ones as well would be beautiful. So that is my first card that I was excited to share with you tonight. And you know, I want to show you this too. This was from that designer series paper. And I thought, you know, what if I cut a piece of coordinating from that set, and what if we put designer paper here instead? So I guess I would say pretend the seafoam's not there, okay? So we're gonna pretend seafoam is not there, even though we can see it. We're gonna put it in there like this, close it, and check that out. Now see, I think that's pretty too. So lots of possibilities with that designer paper for sure. Pansies are cool weather plants. Everybody's pansies fade in the summer heat. Yeah, but they stay alive, Arlene, so I'm so grateful. They're so beautiful in my pots. Hi, Kathy Tamaz. Thanks for popping in here tonight. All right, so this is the first card. It is so fun, and I hope that you guys give this a try. It is published. If you're looking for the sizes and the dimensions, you will find a post on BrandysCards.com, and you will find this there, the sizes and the dimensions for this card. And I've also, I will have a tutorial coming for you next week as well. So here is my envelope, and my envelope coordinates. It's just a piece of designer series paper. And that was also from that beautiful pansy paper. And I just put it on my envelope like this. And I glued it down, and then I trimmed around the edge of my envelope to have a beautiful piece of coordinating designer series paper, you know, coordinating envelope. So absolutely lovely. I hope that you enjoyed that card. I definitely had fun sharing it with you, but I have another card for you, of course. So let's see. I think we are going to go next. Let me just see where I want to go next. How about this stamp set? Bunches of Fun. So I loved this one too. And so this stamp set actually just became available again just recently. It's absolutely adorable. You know, we eat a lot of bananas around here, so I was really like, the older you get, the better you get, unless you're a banana, you know, so I just thought that was hysterical. I love that one. And then I also like the little dog with the cone on his head. And, you know, it's like, you know, on the brighter side, you don't need a cone. Feel better soon. So I just thought that was super cute. I wouldn't want a cone around my head, so I definitely can see the humor in that. Right? So who would want a cone? That's exactly right. All right, so I'm going to pull out some of my pieces here. We're going to go back to our cutting board, and we have, just to kind of show you, all of the cards today are going to be the same card base. Okay, so this is the same card base, and I'm going to fold it, and then what I did is I cut off 1.25 inches, right? So actually this would be the cut. So I actually already did that on this one. So that's what's missing, and that's the exact for all of the cards today. So we've got that there, and let's see what else I have here. I'm just over here kind of, I need my card example. Where did that go? Hang tight with me here. I have a lot of stuff on my desk. If I know Doug, he has got it so that y'all can see what I'm doing here. Okay. But I'm going to turn my card so you can't get a sneak peek of it. Nope, no sneak peeking. Okay, so this is the new Stampin' Up! Bark embossing folder. It's fun. I like it a lot. I think it's fun to sponge it a lot too. But today, because we're just making some fun fold cards, let's see, which side do I want? I think this side's good. I'm not sure I can tell a difference in the sides of those. I don't know, but we're gonna go with this one. So this time, I'm gonna cover the whole front panel. So we're gonna cover the whole front panel here, just like that. Very nice, cool. All right. So, and remember to save that little flap, right? Because this is your flap that's going to create your, you know, that fun fold flap. So hang on to that piece when you cut it off here. All right, so we have that. Then what we're going to do is I have another piece of scrap here. Actually, it's not a scrap, it's intentionally cut. And I will give you all of those sizes and dimensions, like I said, on BrandysCards.com. And if you don't see it there, then just basically you're going to want to go up to the search bar and type in there. You're going to type in there bunches of fun, fun fold, birthday cards. So if you type in those keywords, you'll be able to pull up these cards, okay? So this is a fun banana set, right? I love these little bananas. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to create my own decorative flap. So who likes frozen bananas? Oh my gosh, love my son Tyler. We like to make smoothies. And so Tyler eats, like, he'll go in and I'll freeze bananas for smoothies. And then he goes in and I'm like, he just gets like frozen bananas out of the refrigerator, the freezer, and just starts going to town. You know, but definitely a good frozen banana with chocolate from Disney is like awesome. My grandpa Ty, he loved frozen bananas and chocolate frozen bananas. So tasty. Okay, so there we go. So now you have your bananas. You're gonna definitely want to stamp one set of bananas on a scrap. Okay, so you're gonna wanna stamp one set on a scrap because the older you get, the better you get, unless you're a banana. Okay, so I have my Stampin' Blends. So I'm gonna pull those in and I'm gonna show you. So here's my Stampin' Blends and I have, what do I have here? Daffodil Delight. And yep, a light Daffodil Delight. And I think I actually have a light Mango Melody. Now, I don't believe we carry this one anymore. Isn't that right? But I do have one and I went ahead and pulled it in for today. So I'm gonna take my bullet end of my marker here and I'm just gonna kind of, there's not a whole lot of blending that needs to happen here in my opinion. So I'm not gonna be too picky. I'm just kind of want some depth in my banana and a little bit of dark, if you will. So I'm just kind of moving along my banana here, all right? And so then once you do that and you get through them all, and let's see, all right. So then once you do that, then I have my light. And so this one, I'm gonna just go ahead and take the other end of my marker and just very lightly just add some lighter color in there, okay? So that's what I'm gonna do for all of my bananas. Now, once I do that, if you are like, okay, you know, I think I would like a little bit, you know, a little bit darker, if you grab your Mango Melody, the light one, it actually adds a bit of nice depth to that. It's kind of a little bit darker, right? And you can add maybe a little bit more into that, okay? So you're gonna color your whole strip like that. And then once you do that, it's gonna look like this. So we've got that, all right? And so once you've done that, and you're gonna also do that on your little bananas here, and you're gonna wanna cut those guys out. So you're gonna hand cut out those little bananas. Yeah, all right. Hi, Annette Thompson, thanks for being in here today. Hi, Susan and Thelma. Hi, Leslie. Guys, thanks for being in here. I'm so glad to see everybody. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I kind of want it to look like designer series paper. So what I thought was I'm gonna take my light Pool Party and, well, I'm just gonna go ahead and color and I'm gonna pull back in my scrap, I think, just because in case anything sort of bleeds through, because of course, you know, they are Stampin' Blends and that's what's supposed to happen. It does bleed through the paper and that is perfectly normal. So don't worry about that, just protect your space. You know, always put something under your space. And so the nice thing about this, you know, if you had a water-based marker, you really couldn't get an even look on this. So that is one of the beautiful things about your Stampin' Blends is you're able to kind of color, you know, large surfaces or spaces, you know, and you can kind of go back and forth and you still will get that even color. So I really, really like that a lot. And then of course, the other wonderful thing is they blend beautifully, right? So you can use different color blues and, you know, make some really beautiful blended coloring and some gradation. Ombre effects as well, so they're quite nice for that. All right, so I'm just going to make my way through here, and it really does look like designer series paper when you're finished, especially with the hint of the light Pool Party in the background behind the bananas. Yeah, Chiquita banana. All right, I am just about done here. Let's kind of finish up around the edge. Perfect, I think that'll work. Okay, so look how pretty that pops. So nice. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my liquid adhesive and I'm gonna add it to the back of my bananas. here, just like that. And then I'm going to add it right along the inside. Now, in this particular card, I decided that because the front of my card is flush, that I also want the inside piece here to be flush along the top as well. So that is why I did that one all the way up to the top, because as you can see, this one, I kind of centered it in the panel, but this one I did all the way towards the top. All right, so you're wondering, where in the world is she going with this? All right, so I like this. This is, it's a strip of paper, but let me show you why I like it. So I'm like, oh my word, it's a white strip of paper. All right, so what I thought was super cool here was if you take this strip and you kind of put it right here on the inside top portion of your bananas, it kind of brings in this finished look, but, let's see, liquid adhesive, thank goodness, it's movable. Oh, rats. I don't think I cut that one big enough. Well, that's okay, because what we're gonna do, I think I have another piece over here. Do I not? Oh my goodness. Well, I'll have to show you on the finished card. So to fix this, what my hope was is to have a little bit of the edge. So I'm gonna just go ahead and show you anyway. So here we go. We're gonna pull on our cutting board, and you're gonna want a piece of white, white paper. And let's see, I think I did that one at 3/8. So I'm gonna go ahead and make it just a bit bigger. And I'm gonna cut another little flap here. And I'll show you exactly what I was talking about. When you close the card, it looks really, really cool to see this piece kind of on the inside, kind of peeking through. It looks really, do you see that? I'm not sure if you can see that very well, but it looks really, really cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and add that right here to the edge. And it looks like it might be just a smidgen long at the top, but that's okay. We'll snip it off, not a big deal. So there we go. All right, goodness gracious alive. Okay, there we go. So we're gonna flip that over and snip that off just like that. Okay, so now when you close it, you can kind of see a bit of that edge, right? And so that was my goal, and I just kind of wanted to show you that because I think it looks really fun. It's pretty cool. Okay, so then up next you have a piece of Pool Party, and then I also have my Daffodil Delight, and then I have stamped my lady. Now I stamped her in my Memento Black because I want to color her. And then I also stamped her on some scrap paper. Now I shouldn't say scrap paper. This is the Designer Series paper out of the Pansy set. And see, there's the pansies, since we were working with the pansies. And so what I would do is I would just cut it out, cut out her dress. I wanted to give her kind of a fun design. So she looked really cool with her bananas, because that's what I was going for, was looking cool with her bananas. So I'm going to leave her hand in there for right now and just kind of cut around it like that. And so, you just kind of want to get as close as you can, but don't worry about it too much. And then I didn't fussy cut her hand. I just sort of cut around it. And I'm going to cut on the other side. There we go. And so we just got to get her little hand out of there. And of course, you can give her any color dress you want to. But I was trying to stick with my banana theme. So what I did next is, oh my goodness gracious, you guys think I'm out of practice? So I would have adhered this on the inside before I put my bananas down. Oh my. So we're just going to do it to the back. Nobody's going to know. I might just like sign my name right here and stamp a heart, right? That's what we do as crafters. We improvise. That's right. We improvise. You guys are going, okay, Brandy, you're out of practice. It's all good.
You got this. They love you.
I'm not worried about it. It's all good. This is not a big deal. All right. So there you go. So seriously, that would be kind of cool, stamping a little something right there. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. So now what we're going to do is you will add your pool party, right? So that's going to go here. And then you're going to add your Daffodil Delight. You're going to add your girl. You're going to color her. And the colors that I used to color her, so I will show you. And let me grab the finished one. So here's the finished one. So I used Crumb Cake in her hair, and I also used my soft suede blends. We've got a bronze marker if you wanted to do a darker skin tone. I think I used a light petal pink on her skin tone. And then I added her fun bananas right here down at the bottom. So that is super fun. And then in here, I actually used my soft succulent in color jewels. And so you can kind of see them inside of the bananas here. You see? And it's just so fun. And this is what I was showing you before. Do you see when you close it, you get that hint of a white edge? I really liked that. It actually looks kind of like another layer. So I thought that was super cool and super fun. And like I said, of course, you can add different dresses and different designs and things like that. But I kind of wanted to stick with that yellow theme and the bananas and that sort of thing. So anyway, it's just a really fun card, and I'm excited. I'm hoping this weekend to play with this guy. I want to play with that bit really bad. On the brighter side, you don't need a cone. So I think that's pretty fun. So anyway, that's my first one. That's my second card for you today. And I actually have a third one too. So I'm excited. The next one up is the Sweet Strawberry. That's right. The Sweet Strawberry is fantastic. And of course, it has a coordinating punch. And thank goodness it's back in stock, and everybody should have received it if you've ordered one. So you should have it by now. That's my hope. But if for some reason you don't, or you can let me know. I'm happy to look into that for you. So I'm just going to kind of tidy up my space here. I get a little crazy, a little crazy now. So let's see. All right. So I'm going to pull out my next card for you. And like I said, this next one is using the Sweet Strawberry. So this is, just a really beautiful set. And so I want to show you where my inspiration came from. And I think, let's see, did it come from yes, I believe it did come from the spring catalog. So let me look. I forgot to kind of look ahead of time what page that was on. So I might just have to punt. I'm not sure. Let's see. It looks like, let me go back this way. All right, let's see. 44. So yeah, so 44 is where the stamp set is, but I'm actually looking for one of the cards that I've seen in here. Actually, maybe I still think it's here in the back. So this is our spring catalog. This catalog is only good through the end of June. And then it will be retired. So if there's any items in here that you're looking for, make sure that you get them before the end of June. And also, some items are already selling out. So make sure that if there's something that you're wanting to get, that you jump on that quite quickly. And of course, if something is sold out, let me know. If I have an extra, I am more than happy to sell you mine, or to see if I have an extra. Okay. All right, so Sweet Strawberry. So we're gonna get started with this one. So this one, I did a bunch of legwork, if you will. There's lots of pieces on this one. So I'm gonna set this aside, and I'm gonna bring back in my cutting board, right? Because remember, this is one sheet of paper cut in half, which makes it 5.5 by 8.5. I'm gonna score it at 4 1/4. That's where it's scored at. And then I'm gonna fold it in half. I'm gonna cut it at 1 1/4. So again, the same exact layout as the first two cards. I'm gonna score my little flap, and I'm gonna remember to put it inside my card this time. Yes, I am. So I'm gonna bring that back in. And let's see here. So check this out. So one of the stamps in this one here is this fun kind of leaf image. And so, you know, I've seen the side panel embossed. We've made our own designer series paper. Could certainly use a designer series paper to kind of accent that edge, but how about we stamp it ourselves? And so what I ended up doing is I stamped my edge, and let me find my little piece here. All right, I'm gonna have to bring this all back over here. So, because that's too far away. All righty, there it is right there. Okay, so what I did is this is the inside panel to my card. And I just took and inked this up in Memento Black, and I stamped it, and then I stamped it again, and then I stamped it right down here. So I just basically added my own decorative design along the edge. You're going to want to pull in your scrap paper. And again, the reason that we used Memento is because we are going to color it with our Stampin' Blends, right? So we want to make sure that we protect our surface. All right, so I just got to pull my card in and see my example, but I don't want y'all to see it yet. No. You got to be surprised. It's got to be a little bit of a surprise here. Okay, so I have to have a look at it. We're going to start with our Granny Apple Green. So let me pull out all my markers here. So the colors that I'm going to use today are going to be Polished Pink. I think I have Pale Papaya. I've got some Granny Apple Green in here. And I think I've also got Pumpkin Pie. So let's start with our Granny Apple Green. And let's just go ahead and start with our leaf. And so here I just want to kind of trace the inside of my leaf. So I'm just going to add a bit of color to the inside of my leaf. And just, you know, just kind of want to go down and just add that color right to the inside of the leaf. You know, strawberries are one of our most favorite things here. North Carolina had a wonderful strawberry season, and I think that I saw that Michigan is like fired up with strawberries right now too, aren't they? Oh, I love some fruit. Where I grew up in Michigan, there was like fruit stands on every single corner, and I just loved it. I actually would sign up to pick raspberries and blackberries as like a job because I just like would fill my belly if they knew how much I was actually eating, and that they were probably losing money on me. But gosh, I loved it. Okay, so you're gonna just kind of color your leaves. And let's see here. So I got this idea out of a card I saw in the catalog. It was with the sweet strawberry, and I couldn't find it when I was looking for it right now. I should have marked the page, but I didn't. So I'm just going to kind of show you, and then if you're looking at the catalog, you might see something that you go, oh, that's what she was talking about. So I'm going to go ahead, and now what you're going to do is I went in here and I stamped a bunch of the flowers. So in that set, you also have these flowers, right? And then you also have, so it's like a two-step stamp. So you have the frame portion, and then you also have the inside portion. And so the colors that I used Pale Papaya, Polished Pink, and I also have Daffodil Delight in here. So what you're going to do is, and I'm going to just kind of show you a couple real quick, but I'm going to use Pale Papaya, and I love the two-step stamp because you can stamp the frame, and then of course, then you can add the color. Now I wanted my colors a little bit more vibrant, so I went ahead and stamped them twice. So you can certainly do that if you would like. And yes, I did the same thing with the Polished Pink as well, and the Daffodil Delight. So let me just pull that up. There we go. And so there is my Polished Pink. And then I'm going to add another one. Oh, look how pretty that is. It's so pretty. Yes, it is. It's very, very pretty. So then what you're going to do after that is then you can use your punch, right? And you would just, and the reason that I do them in these strips is so that I could just punch, 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 and just kind of work my way through, right? But I've already done that for you. So I've already kind of done that legwork, and I have my flowers right here all punched out. Is everybody having fun? I hope you guys are having fun out there. I'm so excited to be able to share with you today. So if you like my video and the cards that I'm sharing, please hit the like and then subscribe to my channel. That will help me grow my channel, so I would be grateful if you did that. And don't forget to hit the bell so that you get notifications as well. So that would be awesome. Awesome, awesome. Okay, so look at all these little pieces. You're going, now where did you get all those? Yes, I did a bit of prep work because I was excited to show you how I put it all together. So look at this strawberry. Doesn't that just look yummy? Okay, so that's polished pink. So all the strawberries that I've stamped in the past have been real red. And for whatever reason, I decided to go polished pink, and it is fantastic. Now, here is a little tidbit. If you're stamping multiple strawberries, you're actually going to want to stamp them this direction where they're like this, because that's going to make it easier to go into your punch, right? So if you stamp your strawberry and then you stick it in, you can punch it. But I did not do that. And I did that and I went, oh! So here's a little trick, and I'm going to show you because it saved me today when I was getting ready, because I was like, oh man, I can't believe I just did that. That's like a rookie mistake. No, just kidding. So here we go. Let me show you what I did. You take a Post-it note. I'm going to just cut this bottom one off because it's a good one and I don't want to ruin it. So, all right. So there you go. You've got a Post-it stuck to the strawberry piece. And now, actually, hang tight. I didn't cut it enough off the bottom here. There we go. And then you add your little Post-it. And so that's going to give me that extra bit that I needed to make it line up in my punch. Oh gosh, I love that. Oh yeah, that makes me happy. So, you know, it's just those little things that you figure out that you're like, oh gosh, that is awesome. Awesome, awesome. So then I added a mini glue dot and added the top of my strawberry. And so now I am going to move my little thing here, and I'm going to just kind of start building this up for you. So these are the leaves. I stamped some extra leaves here and I cut them out. Those are Granny Apple Green. So I'm going to take a mini glue dot. So I've got a mini glue dot, and I'm going to add that right about in here. And no, I'm not going to color these flowers. I know, like, why not? Well, because I decided that I didn't really want them colored. So I'm just adding a mini glue dot, and I'm going to layer up some of these flowers here for you. And so here's a really pretty Daffodil Delight one. And I definitely want my, my green leaves to be seen. And then I'm going to take my papaya, and I'm going to add a dimensional behind it and pop it up right about in there. All right, so you're going to make your way down the card the exact same way. And I'm going to add this one. Probably, let's see, where do I want to add this one? How about right about in here? I'm going to offset it off that leaf on purpose. And I'm going to add, let's see, I think I wanted this one. Actually, I think I want the polished pink one to go down here. And then I'm going to add my Daffodil Delight. And then we're going to add a dimensional behind the papaya. And we're going to add the papaya right there. Perfect. All right. And so, you know, you're going to want to just kind of add some of the other flowers, you know, in different places. And you can cover up a few of the black ones if you want. I would probably pop another one up right about in here. Now these bigger ones are actually a stamp that's in the set. I didn't really use those too much, but you certainly can. Now don't forget, we are going to add our flap because it's a fun fold card with a fun flap, right? And so we're going to make sure that we don't forget it this time. No, no, no. So I'm going to add that right here. And I'm just kind of shooting for the center. I am not too worried if it's not center, not at all. But if it, if you want it to be perfectly centered, then you definitely can measure. But I'm not too picky when it comes to that. Then we're going to add some liquid adhesive behind our insert here that we have designed ourselves. Oh my gosh, I love this card. I have been so excited all day to share it with you. And Amanda came in to work today and she was like, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. And it just made my day. I couldn't hardly wait when she said that because I knew that I couldn't wait to share it with you.
I love the colors. So pretty.
You did. And then you were like, do we have any strawberries? Right? Okay. So, yes, Dylan eats them up. As a matter of fact, in a refrigerator, a lot of times there's Post-it notes on things. Dylan's or Tyler's, and it's like, come on, people, we should share. We're like a family. But when it comes to food and boys, let me just tell you, that is like every man for himself. Okay, so here we go. So this one, I actually did a thank you, but you could step a birthday on there. That certainly could be a beautiful birthday card as well. But I decided to do a thank you because I liked this message. That was so sweet of you, especially with the sweet strawberry, right? So I stamped that image that we stamped along the edge, and I'm just going to really quickly add a bit of color to it for you. So I'm going to leave the little white part white, or the center of the flower white. And then I'm going to take, that was pumpkin pie, that happened to be the dark one. And this one is the dark papaya. And again, play with those blends. Don't be afraid to use some different colors. Don't be afraid. Just jump in there. I challenge you, jump in there and have fun with them. You never know what a beautiful combination you're going to get until you just go for it. That's what I do anyway. Okay. So I added a couple, that was my light papaya. And then of course I have my Daffodil Delight, my light and dark one. And I'm just going to kind of go around the edge here and just add a bit of the dark. And then I have my light, and I'm just going to add a bit of light in there. All right. So that's perfect. I think that will work great. So now we have a sweet strawberry with a bit of a Post-it note on there. So let's see, let's get it off there. Come on. Man, it's a problem when you don't have nails. I tell you. Huh. Right? Yeah, it can be. But that's okay. All right, so we're going to add a couple dimensionals behind my strawberry. I said a couple, but I meant 3. Might be a little bit of an overkill, but that's okay. They just kept coming. So here we go. I'm going to stick my strawberry right about in here, just like that. Oh, love it, love it, love it, love it. All right, so now let's check this out. So this is too long, and again, that's not a big deal. We can certainly snip it off, but I just wanted to kind of get my placing. You might even cut this into a banner and leave it on there. I mean, that's even an option for you as well. But I'm going to cut it off today, but you can definitely play with it. Have some fun for sure. And so we're going to add our liquid adhesive right here on our black flap to create that fun look, right? Now remember, you want to be careful that you don't squeeze any of the, the glue out onto your inside of your card. That would not be good. And then you're going to want to cut a second basic white rectangle so that you can add it on the inside to kind of, just add a nice finished look to that. And so you're just going to want to make sure that you get that all even and that looks nice and tidy. Okay? So now you could certainly add a little flower right there. I didn't do that on my first one, but I am certainly going to do that on this one because I just think that is super cute right there. Okay. All right. So now our card is coming along quite nicely. And so what would make it even more beautiful? Yes, that's right. Adding some of these fabulous in colored gems. Yeah. Amanda's squealing over there.
They're my favorite. They're so pretty.
They are so pretty. Absolutely love them. As a matter of fact, we are working on sending them out to our host code. That was our host code for last month. So we are working on sending those out right now. They're so beautiful. And so in here, you can add a few gems as well. So on my sample that I have, that I created for you earlier, I added some gems in here as well. So super fun. I loved the pop of black in between here. I just thought that was so fun. So much fun. And then of course I just added one of the jewels right here, but you could add as many as you would like, you know, and you could get it, you know, you could do whatever you would like, of course. And so here is my envelope. So of course you have to have your stationery. It's nice to have it finished, right? Now here, I'm going to show you my first card. I didn't like it quite as well. This one I added the dots embossing folder behind it, and I did 2 strawberries on this one. And I kind of did my panel a little bit different. It's still fun. It's still super cute. But I personally liked this big kind of panel here and the focus on the color. I just want to take a bite of that strawberry. So do you guys like it? Deborah says, so pretty. Thank you, Deborah. And Vancy was saying it was screaming for those gems. Yes, it was. It was like, give me some gems. Yes, that's awesome. Awesome, awesome. Hi, Tanya. Oh, gosh, thanks for popping in, Tanya. Okay, so one thing I didn't show you is I forgot to show you on my banana girl. Well, she's not a banana, but, you know, I had made you an envelope. And so what did I do with my envelope? Oh my goodness, I would be sad if I didn't show that to you. So check that out. How fun is that? So on this one, I made a fun little coordinating envelope with bananas on it. And if Grandma Gertie's in here, Grandma Gertie's birthday's coming up, and I was going to send you this banana card, Grandma. And so, you know, you might have to look away so you can act surprised when you get it. But it's so fun, and it just reminds me of Grandma and Grandpa and at Disney eating all those chocolate bananas. But anyway, I just wanted to show you the envelope. Now, I did do this envelope. I colored it on a piece of basic white, and then I put it on my envelope. I glued it down, and then I trimmed, okay? So one of the reasons that I did that is because on this envelope, you know, I actually stamped it straight on and then I colored it, which it bleeds through. Now that one doesn't bother me too bad. It's actually kind of pretty, but depending on what that design is, it might just look a little more finished if you did it on white, a piece of white scrap paper, and then you adhered it to the envelope. You see the difference there? So it's you know, it's your preference, whatever you decide to do. You know, it's fun, really fun. So that all came from this beautiful card that Sharon sent me. So those cards in the mail, I absolutely love to receive your cards. I'm so grateful that you've thought of me and that you've sent your beautiful piece my way. And I look at them and I just draw so much inspiration from them. So thank you for sending me your cards. I really appreciate that. So here, let me show you what we've got here today. So we've got the strawberry. Now remember, the strawberry bundle is only bundled through June 30th. So if you're wanting that strawberry bundle, you're probably going to want to get it before that bundle, that discount goes away. Okay? So those are the 3 cards. Just super fun, you know, kind of a fun fold flap. And, you know, this one was the just normal cardstock, right? And I tore the cardstock. You could also add a piece of designer series paper in there. This one here, we created our own designer paper, and then we added this kind of, you know, this finished piece here, which is just basically a strip of basic white, and you kind of get a hint of it when you close the flap, and it almost looks like another layer. And then over here on our sweet strawberry, I went ahead and stamped it directly on the insert, and then layered up the flowers and added those jewels. So I hope that you guys like them. The banana card is your favorite. You must like bananas, Karen. Yay! I hope that you guys make some of these cards. Hi, Donna. You like pansies too. Oh, and Anne and Annette. Thank you guys for being in here with me. Now, if you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe to my channel and make sure that you hit the notifications bell so that you're notified when I post another video, okay? All right, so here, let's take some cards in the mail. I told you I get the most beautiful cards in the mail, so I'm super excited to share them with you today. So here is the first one, and this one is from Sandy Armstrong. Absolutely beautiful. I love the layering that she did there, and she used that beautiful butterfly bijou paper. Oh, I'm so sad that that paper has left us, but so pretty.
Fluttered away.
It did. It fluttered away. Okay, this one is from Wendy, also known as Painted Moose, here with us. Actually, I think Wendy had to work tonight, but we missed you, Wendy, and I appreciated you popping in here. This one's from Terry, one of my team members. Look at how beautiful that is. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So pretty. So those are some fun cards in the mail. Love them. Now this one here is from Sharon. Look at that beautiful. Look how pretty that is. Nice hello. And I love this paper here that she used. Absolutely beautiful. So pretty. And then the next one I have here, this one's from Elizabeth. Another really pretty card. I love the black and white and the dots. Okay, check this one out too. Here's another beautiful one. This one's from Pamela. Wow, that is so pretty. Look at that. And look at the cute little bee. Gosh, love stuff like that. Love those little embellishments and fun things that you can add to the cards, right? And I know Priscilla's in here, so I am grateful for Priscilla. She has been helping answer your questions tonight along with Amanda. So thank you for that, Priscilla. I love you to pieces, and I'm so grateful for your help. This card, I showed it to my team. Priscilla sent this to me for Mother's Day. She used one of those little springy things in there, and I need to try to play with those. Those look like so much fun, and just such a beautiful card. I absolutely love it, and I love these colors. I think she knows that I like pink. So fun. So thank you for that, Priscilla. And how cool is this one? This one's from Barb. Barb's also one of my team members, and I just love this set. Oh, hey, girlfriend. I am so bummed that this set is retiring. So cute, and so just, I don't know, sassy and fun. So Barb, thank you for that beautiful card. And the very last one that I have to share with you today is from Karen. And Karen is also on my team as well. And so another beautiful card. It looks like maybe she sponged her background and then used our beautiful butterflies, you know, the butterfly brilliance. I'm going to guess that's what those are from. So pretty, and really decorative border. And oh my gosh, y'all are just so talented. See, I could just, oh, you guys could just keep my mind spinning all night long and I wouldn't be able to go to sleep. So much fun. All right. Yes, Priscilla's like, yes, I know you love pink. I do love pink very much, Priscilla, and I know that. I know that you know that. I have boys, so yes, anything pink, I absolutely love it. As a matter of fact, I have a pink lawn chair that I take to soccer games, and nobody will sit in that chair because it's pink. It's hot pink, just like Priscilla's card. And so it's kind of nice, you know. So that way I always have, you know, pull out my chair. And Robin, your grandson, made his soccer team too. I'm super excited for you guys. You're going to love going and watching him play in club soccer. That'll be awesome. Super excited for you and your family. All right, so you like the strawberry card, Stacy. And Karen, I just showed your beautiful card and you said yes, you use the blending brushes. They are amazing. Those blending brushes are by far the coolest. So nice. All right, well, I hope that you guys had fun tonight. I hope that you enjoyed my cards. I sure do appreciate you being here with me. The Stampin' Up, if you don't already have a Stampin' Up demonstrator and you need a catalog, please let me know. I'd love the opportunity to help you earn your business and send you a catalog. So just reach out to me at BrandysCards. And for those of you who have purchased from me in the last 12 months, thank you for your business. I'm truly grateful. And I just wanted to let you know that I have actually put y'all on my list to receive the holiday catalog. That's right, the holiday catalog is coming. It's going to ship mid-July. And we're going to have a celebration with it too. Yay, that's exciting. I love celebration. I think we all enjoy those extra perks of getting an extra item, whether it be embellishments or designer paper, or maybe another stamp set to create with. So I can't wait to see what Stampin' Up! Has under their sleeve. So as a demonstrator, we get a sneak peek in like 4 days. So we're really excited about that. But you can expect a catalog from me in July. So I'm looking forward to that. Of course, if you have any questions or you need me, don't hesitate to reach out and let me know which cards you like the best. I love to go back and read your comments. I hate that I can't be in here chatting with you, but I know Priscilla and Megan and Robin and Amanda that they are helping you out. And I just really appreciate them doing that. So thank you, ladies, for being here. And thank you for joining me, everybody. I hope that you have a fantastic weekend. Okay, until next time, take care. Bye now.